Someone get popsicles, someone do something about this heat. 'Cause it's late in October and tars still melting in the streets.
We are here as celebrating the release of the new record is coming, so congratulations.
Thanks.
Well, let's first pick up. We know what you did a bit of the time with the record with Dan from Wolf Parade, the Divine Fits, and everyone really loved that record. And we'll talk about that in a bit. But just take us back to the end of the Transference touring. What did you guys talk about? Did you decide to take a long break, and how we got back to the new record, They Want My Soul, which is coming in August 5th?
Yeah, I think we decided to take a break. What was said was something like, we should go away for a while.
Yeah, that was exactly what you said to me in Belgium the last night of that European tour.
So you take a break, and then what was the impetus to start getting back and writing songs? Did something happen? Or?
Well, we just, when I told these guys that I was starting a band with Dan, I said, then we'll go do a Spoon record. So it was always in the works. And when we got close to being done with Divine Fits touring, I said to the band, I still got to do, tour for a little bit while longer, but if you guys want to get together, write some music, which we've never done it this way before, where they write the music and then I sing on top of it. And I'm not sure what you guys thought of that, like if you thought anything good was going to come from it or what, but they did try, and they came up with an amazing song, which ended up on the record called Outlier, that Eric.
Yeah,
Eric
we didn't really know what was going to come out of it, because it's hard to write a whole song, so we were just kind of writing these kind of repetitive kind of improv things, and I kind of thought that they'd end up getting really reworked, but we ended up actually using the track that Jim and I did at his studio back in November of 2000.
Yeah, the first time I heard it, I was just like, this is really good, and this has got to be something. Then it was just a matter of finding melodies and words to go on it, which is not easy, but
no, and it's interesting that you say, because I was going to ask if there was any change in the dynamic of the songwriting or anything that came out of the stuff you did with Dan for Divine Fits, but it sounds like it happened, but more out of just life got in the way, changed the dynamic more than anything.
Yeah, that's right.
Now,
and none of us live in the same place anymore either. So.
Well, okay, so where is everybody? Who you started this little thing? One day I get up one morning and there's a little, a Spoon played to a 200 seat club in Austin last night. So is that still home for you, or?
Well, it's basic. I mean, we do all our rehearsing in Austin still, and most of the recording we did in Austin. So it's sort of still our home base. Jim's got a studio there,
right?
But
Rob lives in New York.
Yeah,
you live in L.A. I live in Dallas. So
and so how's Austin changed? Because from the last time I was there in 15 years ago, and I mean it was music capital then, but it was still everyone's nice little secret. Where today it's South by and the Austin City Limits Festival have turned it into cons for music.
Cons, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, how's the town changed just when you're bopping around?
It looks more like downtown Toronto now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a lot more people living downtown. I remember when I got my first job in Austin, and I had this great idea that I wanted to live downtown, and I went around and looked for a place to live. And I think there was one building where you could live downtown, and it was way too expensive for me to live in. And now, everybody lives. It's just it's really developed.
More sidewalks, less dirt paths.
Right, and there's good and bad things with that. I mean, there's a lot of people that miss the old Austin, but I don't know. I think it's just as good, if not better, just different.
Right. And what about East Austin? Has that gotten built up now and starting to be everything?
Yeah.
Because I remember a cab driver saying, I go, well, this looks like a really nice place. He goes, you want me to take you East Austin? It won't be so nice. I went, oh, it's okay. So
yeah, there really was a divide across the interstate for a long time, and now. I don't know. It's like Williamsburg. People eventually started pushing out into the...
I don't know what took them so long. But.
Yeah, I don't either.
Let's talk about the new record. Now, I just hearing some tunes off it, but Rent I Pay, not great first single. By the way, do you pay rent, or is that just a...
I pay rent in a lot of ways.
And then big drums on that. I was wondering if that's going to be an indication of the sound of the record, because I really was, wow, these drums are big.
There's different... How many songs have you heard on the record?
I've heard 3. I've heard That, Do Ya, and one more. Yeah.
I think that's pretty different for the record. It's definitely the gnarliest drum sound we've ever gotten for Jim, and but I think the record has a lot of different sounds to it. Like the next 2 songs we're going to release sound nothing like Run I Pay.
Well, Do You should be a single, because it's like poppy, totally great poppy song.
Yeah, thanks.
And the one thing, I'm not sure if this was between transfers, but I love that White Rabbits record you produced. I thought that was a great record. I don't know what's happened to them since. Or...
We've got one of them with us right now.
Yeah,
he's playing bass with us because our main bass, Rob, his wife is having a baby in 2 weeks or something
like that,
and so he's out for a
paternity
month.
leave.
Oh, okay.
So Steven from White Rabbits is playing bass with us right now.
Okay, so what's the game plan? August 5th, we get the record, and then hit the road, and then so we're going to see it back maybe the fall or early 2015.
Yeah, we're going to do a proper tour starting in September, and then we'll probably just keep touring for a while after that. Right now, we're just doing all these summer festivals.
Right.
Playing at the Horseshoe tonight.
Yeah, that's right. And by the time people see this, that show will have happened, and everyone will be sweaty from it. But it was a great time. Yeah. So was Young Dundas. We had a great time there. That's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to have some great bands play with you tomorrow. So once again, thank you. Looking forward to the new record, and thanks for taking time today and doing the session, having some
Thanks,
fun.
Bookie. It's nice to meet you.
I've been losing sleep, and I'm not in sleep that I wish that I know. I lost all my tapes, so back I'm asking bees just for asking bees that I ought to be old, and that's a rent I'm paying. Like my brother said,